All right, so just curious to know, you just joined the bond. First of all, Luke, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Luke. I am the wellness manager at the Bond. I'm also a registered dietitian and strength coach. I work with all of our clients and our members to get them stronger, healthier, and optimize their well-being. How about you? What's your name and what's your role in the Bond?
My name is Waldo Chavarria, and I am the owner of the bond. I have the privilege to work with an incredible team, Luke being one of our amazing guys there.
Of course.
And we have something really special in the beautiful city of Miami, a wonderful facility where we just have a great crowd of people getting strong in there, getting healthy, and we're just supplying them with a lot of love, a lot of support, with strength training, with physical therapy, with massage, dietetics, all the good stuff. And we're here to chat a little bit today about this business of ours and how to take advantage of it. If you're in the Miami area, and why you should check us out.
Well said. So, Waldo, we just entered 2025. We're in January right now. There's a lot going on this year, right?
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Okay. What are you most excited for coming up?
I'm excited for our 1 year anniversary, which would be February 23rd, 24th. I think it's going to be a great time to kind of look back and say, wow, we really got this off the ground. We've built such an amazing community. We've gotten so much sharper in everything that we offer. And I just want to continue seeing it grow.
I think what's fascinating about our business models is very one-on-one. It's appointment-based only. Our clients are doing nutrition counseling, they're doing physical therapy, massage therapy, strength coaching. But you touched upon this earlier, is we have such a good community.
Yeah.
Everyone who walks in, there's always good vibes.
Yeah.
Everyone is so supportive, it's good energy.
Yeah.
And I think that's something I feel very proud about in our business, is that we've cultivated a space where people can really optimize being healthy, but being happy. I think something that you always talk about
For sure.
is we want to make people feel good. And so everyone who walks in, they leave feeling better than when they walked in.
Yeah, I think that's the most fulfilling thing to us, is to be able to deliver that. And, we know that when they leave with a smile and they leave empowered and they're breaking a little sweat and they leave feeling better than the people that they came in as, we've done our job. And I think that there's layers to that. That happens day in and day out and week after week and month after month. And what we have a hand in is people just living their best lives, living up to their potentials, which we really aim to help them realize, and nothing more fulfilling than that.
Absolutely. I think I was just talking about you before we started filming.
Oh, really? Well, let's see what that was.
Yeah, I was saying how I think it's fascinating how so many people, and this is a conversation I have all the time, is that people think physical therapy is something that's inaccessible, that they just live with pain and it's just a thing, and they're like, well, I've had pain, but I've just managed it. I take Tylenol or aspirin or whatever.
Yeah.
But what we do so differently, we're being proactive. Hey, you don't have to live with pain. We can have a physical therapist. You don't need a prescription. We can have a physical therapist work with you, and then work in tandem with our wellness team of strength coaches, dietitians, massage therapists to create a strategic plan to get you better, to get you healthier. It's a shame that so many people just live their lives without being able to do anything about it.
Yeah, it sounds like heaven, honestly, that's a situation where you can get in there and you have, all these professionals collaborating, putting their brains together in your best interest. And that really was the vision and is the vision and continues to be the vision of the bond, is to establish that, right? To establish that utmost level of care for an individual. And yes, they don't have to be broken to see a physical therapist. We're talking about optimizing. We're talking about optimizing lifestyle, optimizing their health. I think with the coolest thing is that with the different domains of professionals there, we collect so much data. We together are so resourceful in helping them identify what are these key areas that I should be focusing on for longevity. And I think that's why we're here talking today, is to raise awareness on top of that, to let people know that, hey, there's this place in Miami, 1714 Red Road, Miami, Florida 33155, right in the Gables area, that will treat you like an athlete. And we take in anyone from a beginner to an advanced person to a pro athlete because we can help them, and we'll meet them right where they are, and help them get better.
Absolutely. Something I whenever I have a new member come in or new lead, something I really like to emphasize is that we have such a broad spectrum of ages and populations.
Yeah.
I think fitness was something that was reserved for the realm of the young. It's like once, from 20 to 40 and then you age out of it. I have a lot of clients, as you know, who are like in their 70s.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, I never thought, I just thought that wasn't something I could do.
Yeah.
And so it's been such a privilege to be able to see them have that conversation, and not only physically, but also that psychological transformation they've gone through of that self-identity. Like, I can be a fit person. I can strength train. This is not just a part of my life, but this is who I am.
Absolutely. I think that's really gratifying. I love working with that age demographic because they're so thankful if you help them feel a little bit better. And for us, it's so gratifying because we know that the science works. We know that you can get stronger at 60 and 70. You can build muscle. You can build bone. You can improve that bone density. You can totally reverse a lot of the blood work showings that, may be on the downside. There's just so much progress you can make even at that age. Mm-hmm. So yeah, to your point, I think it's a wonderful space to be in.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, again, leaning on the idea that we're a team, so many coaches in Miami are working independently, and it leads to them falling into a very narrow-minded mindset, very narrow view on health and whatnot, and they don't do the due diligence of building a strong network of health professionals. And I think that's one of the differentiators of us is that we can recognize our strengths, but we can also recognize our weaknesses.
Yeah.
And so we can lean on each other's different areas of expertise.
Like the Avengers.
Yeah, like the Avengers. I like to always say, we're an allied wellness team versus an allied health team.
Exactly. I love that. Yeah, that is the core foundation of it, being able to lean into each other. I think our number one priority is our client, their best interest. Our second one is our ability to collaborate, and then we do so effectively. With those two things in mind, we can help everyone, and I mean that's really the goal.
So speaking of goals, we do a lot of goal-centric work with our clientele. Do you have any particular goals for 2025 in terms of the business, in terms of for members, anything in particular?
Sure. So the bond was built with this scenario in mind, where people will go there with a goal in mind to have the best health possible, and they'd be helped in every single way imaginable, starting with, okay, well, what do I eat? We have the dietitian to take care of it. I want to get stronger. My goal is to get 10% body fat and be able to bench press 200 pounds. You have the strength coach working on that. In your pursuit of that, which is one of the biggest challenges for people and why they either give up on their goals or they switch into something else, or it's just a constant chase, feeling on the treadmill, is that somewhere along the line they perhaps get hurt. Mm-hmm. And that's so discouraging. Dealing with an injury is very discouraging. And unfortunately, it's outside of the scope of the trainer, right? It's outside of the scope of the dietitian. They want to help, but they're not the most effective people helping. And then that's where the physical therapy part comes in, right? And that comes in when there's injury, but it also comes in beautifully, and I think most effectively, to build resilience when there's no injury. When the therapist is there to educate you on your body, to say, look, these are some of the issues that could potentially arise based on these little deficiencies or these imbalances. I see it almost like an insurance policy, right? Like, you're going to travel and you're like, well, that I'm going to buy the flight, tickets for the weekend of the 17th. And as you exit, and you're checking out, there's a travel insurance. And you're like, well, should I get that? It's like $17. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'm going to go. It's silly for you not to get it because you can lose the money if not going. You can lose a lot of value.
All your personal possessions.
And that's kind of where the therapy comes in, right? When you're not injured is in making sure you're resilient, right? And it's worth it. It's worth it because you're looking into optimizing, you're looking into really learning about your body.
I think about how setbacks are so deleterious to one's progress.
Yeah.
And also, you're talking about earlier
Mindset.
about it's a mindset. How I think about like the education of going through an injury. So you get someone who is, let's say, in their 30s, they're new to a training. Maybe they worked out when they're young, but they stopped for the last 10 years, and they're out of shape. And as you know, like the older you are, the faster you get out of shape.
Yeah.
Right. And the slower it takes, the longer it takes to get back into shape.
Absolutely.
And so you think about the lessons that are learned where someone maybe is new into a training program, they aren't working with a coach, and they get injured on their own. And so what's the lesson there? Oh, this exercise is bad for me. This is going to hurt me. I'm going to stop doing this exercise. Well, the value in working with a coach, with the team, is, again, like you said, to educate them. There's so much education involved. And I think that's something, again, that differentiates us between a lot of other people is you don't just walk in and get a workout.
Right.
You walk in, you learn about fitness. You learn about physiology.
Yep.
You learn about nutrition in your body
Learn about
and
yourself.
what these things do for you. You learn how to navigate through injuries and how to understand that setbacks are just a setback and they're not going to be the end of the road for you.
Yep. I agree. You couldn't have said that any better. Honestly, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
The
nailed
rosé
it.
is definitely helping.
So I think that kind of nails the 2025 excitement, right? Is growth, helping our current community and growing it. We really want to serve the Miami community. We know we can make a difference out there in people's lives. You just got to check us out and take it from there. Leave it in our hands.
Yeah. So how can they check us out?
We're on Instagram, the Bond MIA, and we're on bondmia.com. And I said the address a little while ago, we're in Coral Gables, 1714 Red Road, Miami, Florida, 33155.
Absolutely. And what would be the steps to, like, if someone's interested, what do? They just give us a call?
Yeah, you can give us a call, find us on Instagram, send us a direct message. We are very friendly. We'd love to give you a tour. So you can see what we're about, and just give you the immersive experience.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Waldo.
Thank you.